We'll just put it into perspective. Essentially, the IFC is lending $13.5 million to BancABC.
Correct.
With regards to how this money is going to filter through to the SME sector, I know that you're focusing predominantly on the likes of Zambia, Mozambique and Botswana. Give us a little bit more detail in terms of how you're going to make this happen. I know that the advisory teams are going to assist you to ensure that the SMEs that you are interested in are eligible to get that funding.
Yes, thank you very much for the question. So together with this $13.5 million US, we are receiving advisory services for the next 24 months for these 3 countries. So what will happen that within the 24 months we will have a resident advisor in Zambia, Mozambique and Botswana, and these resident advisors together with short-term specialists will help us to develop products for the MSME customers, proper policies, scoring models. They will also help us to develop technical skills within our branches, starting from the relationship officers to the branch managers. So it is a long process which is starting now and which will take us until 2015.
Okay, so in other words, when are you going to come on stream? 2013?
Yes, we will be piloting in 2012 and we will go full in 2013.
With regards to lending facilities, we know that the big hindrances for small to medium-sized enterprises is firstly the fact that balance sheets aren't up to scratch to receive funding from the banks currently, and also that it's a very lengthy process, and the lending rate is also a very big issue.
Yes.
Give us clarity in terms of what is going to create a far better competitive environment for you.
That's correct, all the 3 aspects. Let me start with the first one, which are the parameters for receiving money for MSMEs. So one of our deliverables within that program in the next 24 months will be to develop scoring model which will be not so much focused on the financial aspect of a SME business, but more on the social demographic aspects, where we look at the business, where the business is it in the high traffic area, what is the business selling, is it the sector which is growing. As the financials are of the balance sheet and P&L, to say it better, are only a mirror of what we are seeing when we visit the customer. So currently most of our target market doesn't actually have a balance sheet or P&L. If we're lucky, they have a cash book. So if you look on our existing policy, we actually can't lend to these customers. So target number 1 is develop a scoring model which will allow us to understand them better, understand what they do and give them access to finance and support them in lending.
Are you going in with the same lending rate that you find within the countries, because those are very high, and again this is one of the big hindrances for small to medium-sized enterprises?
Of course, so the lending rates are different in all the 3 markets, where there is a base rate and obviously then you add your spread and your risk margin. At the moment we are in a stage where we are analyzing the markets, trying to understand which sectors are we going after in Mozambique, Zambia and Botswana, and once the products are designed we will decide on the lending rate. So at the moment it doesn't sit fixed. However,
do you suspect that it's going to be slightly lower than the rates that we see within those countries?
We definitely will be lower than the microfinance institutions. In terms of a banking competition, we will decide when the products are developed. Definitely you mentioned also the second point, which is the speed to market. Today it takes from weeks up to months when micro, small and medium-sized enterprise can access their finance. However, one of our goals is be the bank which delivers you the money or give you access to the money in a very short period of time.
You have presence in 5 countries: Botswana, Mozambique, Zambia, Tanzania and Zimbabwe. You've chosen 3.
Yes.
Why only go into those 3 markets? What is so attractive about Zambia, Mozambique and Botswana?
We have quite a strong presence in all of the 3 markets and a strong corporate background. So one of the strategies is also to build on our corporate relationships. That means they distributors and they suppliers. So these are the markets which we want to start with.
Let's touch on some of the sectors. I know you alluded to it and you were saying that a lot of research is being done. Any specific targets that you have in mind?
You mean in terms of who are we targeting?
Exactly. So which sectors are you looking at? Are you looking at fast-moving consumer goods space? Are you looking at manufacturing?
As I said, we are conducting a research at the moment, and we don't have a specific sector selected yet. So we will be finished by end of February. So once we finish the research, we will define and decide which sectors are we going after.
Given the fact that you already have so big presence in 5 African countries, I'm sure that you already embark on small to medium-sized enterprises and ensure that they do receive funding. You were alluding to some of the challenges that small to medium-sized enterprise space has right now. How do you overcome them at this point in time, or do you say, well, this is not for us, this is for the microfinance space?
At the moment, our SME portfolio is very small. So ABC Holding was a very strong corporate bank, now with a retail arm in all 5 markets. So we do lend to small and medium enterprises. However, we don't do it proactively. And we are applying our existing policies and procedures, which more apply to the middle-sized company than really the micro, small and medium-sized enterprises.
$13.5 million. Some say that is not really enough to make a significant impact. Are you planning to increase this number going forward?
The size of the loan is not directly connected to the lending activity. So we definitely want to lend more. Our ambitions are more than $13.5 million US dollars in each of the countries. So I can definitely confirm that the size of the loan is not stopping us to do on lend to small and medium-sized enterprises.
How do you mitigate risks in such an amazing environment where you'll actually be able to see a lot of businesses flourish, but some will buckle under the pressure?
It is very challenging in all the markets, and we aim to succeed and to manage the risk better by understanding the businesses and developing really a behavior score where you have a physical relationship with a customer. So instead of a relationship manager sitting in the branch taking applications, we want the relationship manager to go into your store, to go into your factory, to go to your office, see, is your family working there? How do you do your business? How do you mitigate your risk in your business? And then obviously build it into ours.